Hello everyone. I will be doing something a bit different today, as you've probably noticed. I will be doing this video entirely in English, and the reason for that is that I'm playing Tomorrow, which is a short experimental indie game by Laura Kate, who's an independent games journalist. And she's the founder of Indie Haven. She also does the Podquisition with Jim Sterling and Miracle Sound. And she's kind of like semi-famous gaming journalist, I suppose. And for that reason, she does a lot of interaction with her fans. And I thought, hey, if I'm going to play this game and if I'm going to make a video out of it, I might as well do it in English, since, since she might actually want to see that. And right off the bat, this is a pay what you want game. It's made with Twine, and I'm going to link the game in the description. And if you want to get in now, or if you want to support her and buy it later, that's where you'll find it. Or if you just want to test it out. And I'm also going to be completely honest. This is not my first time playing the game. I played it through once, just now, just before this, but I had forgotten to push the record button on OBS, and I had like a preview going on all the time, and I didn't realize that. So I suppose I'll just play it again and try to replicate my earlier reactions or something, or perhaps I'll just comment on it. It is a very interesting piece, to say the least. And one other thing about Laura is that she's a transgendered woman, which I hope is the correct term. And I understand this game has a lot to do with that, so let's go in and see how it works out.
I woke up today wishing I hadn't.
Good then. Bit better.
I woke up and my first thought was how long it was until I could go back to sleep.
That's Laura talking, by the way.
I look at the alarm, and then I press snooze.
Sounds like my morning.
I stare at the ceiling sleeplessly for the 9 minutes it takes for my alarm to go off again. It's an eternity in a finite amount of space. The alarm goes off again. I wait for a few more minutes. I hope it will go away. It doesn't. I eventually turn it off and get up. I need to go check the bedside mirror. I need to see if anything's changed today.
So, yeah, that's Laura herself talking. The voice acting isn't bad. The text doesn't quite match the voice, but that's okay. The first time I played this, I was really confused because I thought this was, the mirror. It's not on the bedside, but it's a big mirror. But I didn't realize it's actually this one here, which looked like kind of like a sink.
When I look in the
or a
mirror,
bowl.
the man staring back at me, I wish I recognised him. He's a man shaded with a light grazing of stubble. A man who could have been considered attractive. In the mirror, I see a man. I do not see myself. It's a little disconcerting. He's definitely not ugly, but he's definitely not me. I couldn't feel more disconnected. Why does he mirror my movements? I really ought to try and sort this. I need to fix this stupid face. Better go head to the sink.
So the first time I played through this, when I thought I was doing the video, when I really wasn't, Oh, fuck off. Oh, god damn it, my mouse. Oh, it's been flickering. I'm so sorry. Oh, fuck it. I'm not going to record this the third time. As I was saying, yeah, the first time I thought I was playing this, when I did my first recording, I was pretty well, a lot more critical towards the game. I wasn't sure, how long it would be, and kind of like how ambitious it was supposed to be, and I was also cracking jokes a bit. But now, knowing where the story goes, I'm not that comfortable with it. Wait a second. Yeah, wash up, sure.
Head to the bathroom sink and proceed to shave, apply a little eyeliner, and cover my face and chin with foundation. I can still see his face underneath mine, but he feels a little further away. I feel a little more like myself. I duct tape my breast forms in place, hoping they hold long enough to get on a strong sports bra. I then proceed to layer a few pairs of underwear, keeping everything as flattened out the way as possible. I layer over that with some checkered tights, a black t-shirt, black skirt, a black jacket, and a black scarf dotted with red butterflies. I smile in the knowledge that I now look a little more like myself. It's a deliberate clothing choice. I'd rather not be noticed. I haven't eaten for a few days. I should probably go get some food.
Yeah, so the writing is pretty good, which I'm not surprised. It is a personal piece, and Laura is a professional journalist, so one would think she has a way with words, so that's definitely the best part of the game.
I need to grab some food, but I'd really like to get some new clothes while I'm here. I could do with having something to make me feel a little bit nicer today.
I didn't actually try if we can we interact with anything else here except for the clothes. I don't think so. Can we talk to the people? No. Yeah, well, they didn't think.
That's a little wedding dressy for my tastes.
Okay.
No thanks. I'm not planning to fight any dragons or anything today. Yuck. No thanks.
Oh, come on. That's fine. Although I don't think it has a bottom. One should always plan for fighting dragons. Just in case.
This dress, I love it. Knee length, sleeves that cover my shoulders, tightens just below the breasts and fans out early. It should give me a really nice hourglass shape. I'm gonna go try it on. He, she. I don't know. I know, right? What even is it? See? Told you it's a guy. Well, I guess you're right. Didn't think we had any of those around here. Hey! You're a guy, right? What's wrong? Cat got your tongue, sir?
So I'm really worried that this is based on a personal experience. That's making me a whole world, just hell of uncomfortable.
Hey, don't just ignore us and walk off. Ow, someone, help! What did you expect? Please, someone help me. Going out like that, you tranny faggot? You were kind of asking for this. Look, it's not my place to say, but, well, wouldn't you be safer if you didn't dress like that? Fuck this. I'm not buying anything. I'm not hungry anymore. I doubt I look nice anymore. All I want is to go home. It's only been an hour, but I'm going back to bed. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be lucky enough not to wake.
Yeah, so that wasn't a fun experience. Not precisely, but that wasn't the point either. And at the end of the last recording, I was kind of embarrassed for making fun. Not making fun, but you know, just joking while playing this game. And also, I was trying to find things to say about it, because there is a lot to say about it, and I ended up criticizing it a lot, and I wasn't entirely comfortable with that. You know, obviously, if this was a game, if this was something that I'd have to pay for, you know, then I would criticize it quite heavily, even ignoring the length. But it's not. It's a, you know, something personal Laura wanted to make. Something she felt needed to be said. And, you know, really, any money paid for it is paid to support her and her work. Other than that, you know, as a piece of art, as a form of expression, as a, I guess one could compare this to a poem or a short story. I think it's interesting. I think it did some very clever things. I liked how the character you see in the game world is different from the one you see looking back from the mirror. Obviously, you know, obviously, the character in the game world is the real one, and the mirror, one looking back from the mirror, is, you know, physical, you know, how she is physically. You know, to be honest, I was kind of bummed that it was so short. Not because I thought I deserved a longer game, but because actually, you know, it just got so interesting, and then it ended. You know, if she would be willing to tinker with this a bit more, if she would be willing, you know, not sleep, for example, and instead focus on this, you know, I would play it. I would play a full game like this. I would play hours and hours, you know, with this kind of game. I think there's a lot you can do with it. And, you know, one idea I was throwing around was, you know, perhaps you could make it kind of a social survival game. You know, perhaps you as a player could make the choice of either trying to act like the society and like most people expect you to, you know, instead of doing what you feel is the correct way and what feels right to you, you know, what matches your outside and inside, you know, and that could end up in a bit easier game. You know, you wouldn't have to face any prejudices, something like that, anyways. And but on the other hand, that could make the actual player character very unhappy and very just depressed and sad. And, you know, I like the inner monologue in this. I like the dialogue, so a lot could be conveyed just by that. You know, I feel that in a game like this, the players would want for the character to feel better and not to be sad and actually live like they want to live. And yeah, you know, and if you choose to go through that route, if you choose to, you know, dress like the character feels like they should dress and, you know, doing what they, you know, acting like who they feel they are. You know, that, you know, could end up with the character being a lot more happier, you know, having positive dialogue, and, you know, perhaps giving her boost of some sort, some abilities, but then on the other hand making the game more difficult. Did I just say that? I think I said that. I don't know, you know, but anyways, you know, the flip side would be that if you choose to just... I said that, dude, you know. I don't know, I'm just... What did I say? Oh my god. So if you... this is really unprofessional. Okay, if you're a trans woman in the game, and if you dress like a woman as you want, as you should be able to, you know, that would make the game a bit harder in terms of the enemies. You have to face prejudices, but on the other hand, the character would be a lot happier, and, you know, she could, you know, have new abilities and boosts. So, you know, you could balance that with if you choose to act as most people expect you to. If you choose to kind of lie to yourself, you know, that would make the NPCs a lot less aggressive. That would make, you know, perhaps the difficulty level a bit lower. But on the other hand, the character would be, you know, depressed, sad, and, you know, perhaps her stats wouldn't be quite as high, and you would be limited from doing certain things. You wouldn't be as confident. I don't know, it's just, you know, there's a lot that you can do with game mechanics, you know, while struggling with a subject like this. Because I suppose, and I'm talking as a, I suppose, regular male, heterosexual male, you know, I suppose there is a lot of behavior aspects with being transgendered. You know, there's a lot of things that have to do with how you're supposed to act, and, you know, how you want to act. You know, I think, and that, you know, there's a lot of that you can do with that by using game mechanics. Yeah. This was a bit of a half-ass video, I think, on my part. But, you know, I'm not that familiar with this subject. But it is interesting to me. It is definitely interesting. I said it before. I like different. I like things that I'm not familiar with. I like things I haven't experienced before. And, you know, that's why, you know, I would play a game like this. I would play a full 10, 15, 60 hours of this kind of a game. You know, I would love to learn more about this subject and many other subjects I'm not familiar with. And yeah, I want to thank Laura for making this game and for her other awesome work. You know, it was interesting. You know, I really hope she could find the time to make more of these. And, you know, make them longer. Give them a bit more substance, you know, like a full game. You know, but as I said, you know, it's a reasonable thing to ask for someone who, you know, gives me content for free. You know, just do more, you know, just, you know, skip eating, and, you know, you don't have to sleep every night. God, you know, you're so lazy. Anyways, if you want to support Laura, you can check her out on Twitter on Laura K Buzz, and you can check out Indie Haven, which is her website. Well, website she founded, which focuses on indie games, and I think the best place to get more interested or to get best acquainted with her would be one of the many podcasts she does. And I think personally, the best one is the Podquisition, which, as I said, one and only Jim Sterling, thank God for him, and of course Miracle of Sound, the best musician I've ever listened to, in my opinion. And yeah, that's it. Really, I don't have, someone with better knowledge about this subject would probably be able to tell a lot more, but all I can say is that it was interesting. That's the one thing I can say. God. I'm talking in circles, I have to stop. Anyways, thank you for watching, and thank you, Laura, if you happen to watch this. Thank you for making it, and thank you for producing awesome content. Oh, that reminds me. She does a podcast on the Destructoid about gaming butts. Check that out. That's that's something different. That's something interesting as well. Yes, I think we'll end on that. Laura Kate. The woman who does gaming butts podcast. That's what you have to remember. That's what you should remember her for. That's how the historians will remember her. She will be forever remembered for challenging and revolutionizing the world of game journalism as we know it. Yeah. Thanks for watching.